So good morning, I'm Lamont Carey, and you are now on Walk and Talk with Lamont Carey. I have no idea if you can all hear me. I'm using this earpiece for the first time, but I'm seeing the world is fully awake. I got to the airport today 3 hours earlier because I was seeing all the memes and news reports on how TSA employees have been calling off, so I got here extra early. And it was such a damn breeze to walk in, walk through, get checked. And for some reason, every time I come through the airport, I am always getting searched. I don't know what the hell that's about, but every time I'm coming through the airport, I'm searched. Sometimes when I'm leaving and when I'm coming back, or either or. Well, always when I'm leaving. For some reason in my growing area, it always lights up like I got something. I get tired of that stuff sometimes. But good morning. How y'all doing? If you can hear me, put up a thumb sign or something because I'm using this earpiece and I'm not sure if I could be heard. Hey, Daisy. How you doing, Daisy? So looking out at these airplanes, talking out, taking off, and I guess it'd be great for us to talk about getting to where we're going, and what does that take for us to get to where our dreams are, or are you already living your dream? So as I rushed to get to the airport 3 hours earlier before my flight to make sure that I get through because of what they said about TSA not being paid and a lot of them was calling off sick. So I wanted to make sure I get there early enough in order to make my flight so I can get to my destination. And when I got there, there was really no lines or anything waiting. And now I'm sitting in front of this window seeing all of these airplanes and trucks, just the busyness of life moving on. And it's a lot of people in the airport. It just wasn't a whole lot of long lines. And so I'm wondering, how busy are you? And not just how busy are you, is what you doing, is it productive? Or are you just moving about just to be moving about? Carl, good morning. How you doing, Carl? So are you just being busy to say that to feel like you're moving towards your goals, or are you actually being productive? I know I've felt at times when I wasn't busy, that mean I wasn't working. And what I found out is that sometimes you need time to just think. You need time to just read and to learn and not be busy just for the sake of busyness, and it's still not moving you in no direction. It's not helping you get any closer to your goals and to your dreams. So how do you plan your success? What are you doing to make your dream happen? And are you finding out some of the things that you're doing is a waste of time? What I do know is that if you're new at pursuing a certain thing, you're gonna waste your time sometime because you don't know. You're trying to figure this thing out. But is it really a waste of time, or could that thing come back and be beneficial later on in your life? So, looking at all of these airplanes, y'all see these airplanes? See the snow on the ground? See the workers moving? And there are tons of people all around this airport trying to get somewhere, trying to make something happen. Hey, Debbie. Hey, Miss Reed. So we talking about, are you just being busy, or are the things that you're doing preparing you to be successful? Because I know at times I used to feel like, Randy, give me a bag, brother. I know at times I felt that if I wasn't busy doing something, I wasn't working on my dream. But again, as I start accomplishing more and more things, I realized Just to be busy, just to be saying that I'm busy, that I have a full schedule, doesn't mean that I'm being productive. So, how are you working on your dreams? How are you preparing to be successful in your own life? Because looking out this window, we can see there's a whole lot of movement, but where are they really going? But all of these pieces out here are working together to get us closer to the things, our goals for the day, our goals for the week. So I don't know if I've ever told you, but I think I have. So I had wrote this journal called Your Journey to Success. And the reason that I wrote it is because it helped me to, like, you know how you create your strategic plan that you follow on how you're going to get it where you want to go. But I needed something more engaging than a strategic plan. I needed something that helped me move about accomplishing my short-term goals. And so I had developed this journal, and basically what it does, I use my whatever my main goals are. So I can have one main goal or I can have 20 of them, but I try to prioritize which ones are the most important, only to make sure that I use my time appropriately where it's getting me closer to the success that I want to have. And then from that, I would take short-term goals, and then I'll break those short-term goals down into tasks. And what I discovered is when I started filling in a task thing, I didn't have a whole lot of stuff to fill in. And so I started saying, well, I need to do this, I need to do this. I started trying to fill space that didn't need to be filled, right? And so what I'm learning is just to be busy doesn't mean that you're being productive. Just being busy doesn't mean that you're being successful. And sometimes having the ability to think through stuff helps us accomplish more than just trying to be busy, be moving, be meeting with this person, be meeting with that person. Melvin, what's good morning? Melvin said, be in. Lorenzo McDonald, what's happening? So I had to get away from the area that I was in because the internet started tripping. Randy, hey brother, we should work on a brochure bag for you indeed. Here working to make those dreams happen. Send link to the journal so I can check it out. Yes, indeed, I will do that right now. Hey, Ski Wee. Hey, how do I send a message on this thing? Somebody gonna have to tell me how to send a message on here because I don't know how to send the link to you right now. Hey, Cynthia. So, Randy has a bag. Randy is an awesome guy. Ski Wee said, good morning to you, love. Randy is an awesome guy. He created his own bag line, right? Phenomenal, personalized, customized bags. We met in Trinidad and Tobago, right, Randy? That's where we was at. Doing some amazing things. So, Randy, do you have space in your schedule where you're able to just chill and relax, or do you feel that you have to constantly be working in order for you to feel for you to be successful? Is there breaks in your schedule? Because I know sometimes I might have two things on my to-do list in a week, and I found that not having stuff just crammed on there just to be moving worked better for me. Cynthia said, good morning. Heather said, can't stay, but wishing you safe travels, my friend. Sorry I missed you. Had meetings all day yesterday. Talk to you soon. Okay, Heather. Appreciate you, sister. You always wishing me well. So, Let's talk about that. How do we use our time more wisely in order for us to accomplish the things that we want to accomplish? If you look around this airport, you see people all over the place going somewhere to do something. Some of them are going exactly to their dream job. Some of them going to that dream place. Some of them going to pick up that dream family. So how are you charting your road to success? And are you just going somewhere just because there is nothing else for you to do and you're trying to feel like you're being engaged, that you're being motivated and just doing busy work? I've done it, and I'm making sure now that I use my time more wisely than I've ever used it before. So versus quantity, I try to focus on quality. How do I become more successful? So tell me about what are y'all doing? Because I know a lot of you are artists, business owners, advocates. Lorenzo, do you feel that you always have to be doing something? Do you feel that you always have to be out in the community and engaged? Or do you have chill times? Because like I was saying earlier, what I've learned is that those times when I'm not doing anything but thinking, reading, trying to just chill out, that I find out that I'm more productive because I give my brain time to fill in those gaps or those problems, or help me solve those problems that I am dealing with. And so after a break or after a good rest, I find myself more productive than I was when I just felt I had to be busy. So, tell me about you. How do you chart your road to success? Look at this. People are going places. People are building their dreams. Look at this. Everything around me right now, everything that's around you was somebody's dream, and they built it with their bare hands. So if they're capable of that, Chloe, we're capable of that. Thomas, how you doing, Thomas? So we talking about busy work versus productivity. How productive are you instead of being busy? Because again, I told you I went through a time where I was just, if I didn't had to go meet somebody, then I wasn't really pursuing my dream. So not only was I wasting my damn time and my damn gas, but I was wasting their damn time and their damn gas. And so what I did, I started writing down what it was that I needed to do in order for me to get closer to the things that I wanted to accomplish. And what I figured out is that I didn't have to meet with a whole lot of people. I didn't have to run around the town all day long just to feel like I'm moving, so I could say I was busy just to be busy when nothing wasn't coming out of that. So how do you chart your road to success? Chloe said, exactly, family. Randy says, creative person and entrepreneur, I find that I need time away from meetings and running from one thing to the next. I need to brainstorm, write, strategize. I can relate to the feelings of wanting to always be on the move, and that's something I'm working on. Sometimes we need to chill to build, meditate, clear the mind, and that's when I get more creative and productive. But Randy, so was that an easy process though? Was it easy? How did you calm yourself down and realize that you needed that break, that you needed that space in order for you to massage your creativity, massage your entrepreneurial spirit? How do you do that? Because I know some of us feel cluttered, like, man, I want to accomplish so many things, so I need to do A, B, C, D. How do you get yourself, Chloe, in a position where you're able to just pace yourself, to get quality versus quantity? How do you do that? That's what I want to know. How do we become more productive in the pursuit of our dreams, of our happiness, of our goals. Because being distracted has impacted, I know me in a whole lot of ways. It has impacted people. Me, it has impacted relationships. It impacted just my time in general that I can never get back. Look at this. Where you want to go? Look at this board. This is taking you. These flights go anywhere that your dream takes you, or where to find your dream. Heather said, "I'm finding the balance now." But of course, when the board meetings comes up, I gotta write those reports. So Heather, have you always found balance? Because how do we learn to find balance, especially when this is new for us on the pursuit of something? So how do you find balance? How do you know when you are doing too much and that you need to chill out? How do you know this? Because is success luck or is success strategy? So how are you pacing yourself to accomplish or positioning yourself to accomplishing the things you want to accomplish? Chloe said, focus on your goals and place yourself around positive people who will push you for greatness. So how do you define? So what if I have 20 goals? Is that too many goals to have? Do I need to change the amount of goals that I have? How do I determine who are positive people? How do I accomplish all of that? Right? Is positive people someone that's always saying something nice, or is positive people just people that are doing things that I consider good things? Melvin said, have passion for what you engage in and you will be successful. So what does that mean? Break that down for me, Melvin. What is having passion for something that I'm engaged in? What does that look like? How do I, so say Melvin, all right, I'm gonna get back to you, Melvin. Let me see what Randy said. Randy said, started a default calendar for my mornings and evenings. Started saying no if it wasn't in line with my focus for the year or quarter. I started journaling this year and I have specific things that I want to focus on. It's still a process, but I'm improving. I was too tired last year and I was too disconnected from family and friends. So, is that disconnect, I mean, what did that disconnect from family and friends do to you? How did you even recognize that you had to focus on family and friends more? What is that like? Because I am always moving, not so much busy just to be busy no more, but I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to focus on what it is that I'm trying to accomplish. And I'm just starting to try to develop more time for family and friends. So do we consider family and friends as a part of the goal outside of the main goals that we're trying to accomplish? Is that equal? And is that what we mean when we talk about having balance? So Heather said, make sure you know which goals are short term and which are long term. It helps to have a timeline. Okay, so how I see it, if my main goal was to build the airport, right? Some of the short-term goals would be what is the process of me getting the paperwork, building a relationship with the airlines, building the database of employees, vendors, blah, blah, blah. So all of those will, but the main short-term goals into me building my airport would be the licensing, the regulation, things of that nature and so on. That's how I look at taking my long-term goal and walking backwards
to fill in what steps do I need to make sure that I cover in order to get me closer. And that's how I define my short-term goals. And then I go a step further and I pull out what task do I have to complete in order to fulfill those short-term goals. So Melvin said, passion is having a sincere love it. If there is no passion for it, you may not have the outcomes you anticipate. So Melvin, if I have passion for something, right, and I'm saying this is something that I love doing or I want to do, does that mean that I have to be doing it all the time? Does this mean airlines? Great example. Yeah, it was right in front of me, Melvin. So it was easy. I'm glad it worked. At least I'm glad you think that it worked, because it was right in front of me. So, but how do we become more productive versus more busy in accomplishing our goals? How do we do that? Because I got to come back to this. You see this board? Where you want to go? Atlanta? Where you want to go? Chicago? Where you want to go? Cincinnati? Minneapolis, New York, Los Angeles? Where you want to go? There's a whole country out here and a whole world out here where all of your dreams exist. I watched this video with Akon the other day, and he said one of the places that you can visit in this world where they welcome your dreams and you can build your dreams is Africa. Like, everything that you could possibly want to accomplish, you can find and build probably easier in another country where it's not happening for you right here. But I believe in persistence, but I also not just persistence, but I believe in strategy, right? If I want to accomplish something, what is the easiest road for me to accomplish it? And what are the relationships that I have to build in order for me to accomplish those things so I just won't be busy? Because I remember times where I just felt I had to be doing every single thing, especially when I was just focusing on spoken word. I felt like I had to be in every crowd, in every audience, on every stage versus being strategic and crafting my steps to make sure that every step that I take counts versus me just being busy. And sometimes opportunities will come from places that are unexpected, but I also know when I became more strategic in what I was trying to accomplish, that I reaped more rewards than I did before that. Melvin said, evaluating the importance and need of your dreams and desires. So what do you mean by evaluating the importance of the dreams and the desires? What do you mean? And so when like Chloe was saying earlier about placing yourself around positive people, I need Chloe, if she's still around, to break that down for me so I can understand, like, what is considered positive people and why do you need to position yourself around them? Because for me, I try to meet people in the spaces that I want to exist in, right? Find people who are doing what I'm doing or are interested in doing what I'm doing. And now I even go a step further, like, what are all the connections that I'm gonna need in the long term in the pursuit, or once I accomplish this thing that I am pursuing? What are the things that I'm gonna need for me to be able to sustain it? What are the things I'm gonna need in order for me to maintain, excuse me, being successful with that? Melvin said growth. Hey, but how do I, Melvin, do any one of y'all know how I respond to y'all on text? Because I have no damn idea on how to do this. Oh, so look, one of the things I do when I travel, right, is it's a little chilly today, so I got my jacket on, but I'm always promoting. I'm always promoting something, right? So I always find put on one of the t-shirts of a product or a service that I would love to market in front of these people that I will never have a conversation with, because one of the things that I notice is that when you walking through a crowd, they actually do be reading your t-shirts. And so this is one of the marketing tools that I use to help me get closer to the goals that I'm trying to accomplish. And so this way I don't have to walk through here with a flyer and try to bother these people and put a flyer in every hand that of a person that I see. So this is my way of working smarter versus harder. So it's easier for me to wear a t-shirt that says like new book, the name of the book and the website, right? And I walk slow enough so they can get it. Boomy, hey Boomy, superstar Boomy, the businesswoman of the year. So Boomy, we talking about busy work versus being quality work when we're in the pursuit of our goals. Because sometimes I know as well as some of the others, have just been busy and not really being productive. Because a lot of people perceive being busy as being productive when that time could be used more wisely, where we could be reading, spending time with family, and just chilling, coming back refreshed. Because some of my best thinking, surprisingly, is when my ass is unconscious and asleep. I probably solve more problems, get more ideas from sleeping than I do when I'm awake. So ladies and gentlemen, so again, the journal that I was talking about that I created, where you can log in your long-term goals, short-term goals, and daily tasks, is called Your Journey to Success. Hey Boomy, how do I write a text message for on here? Because I have no idea how to do that. I have no clue, and I'm pushing everything under the sun. So, but outside of that, ladies and gentlemen, tell me about some of your current goals, some of the goals that you just accomplished, or some of the daily tasks, and what was that feeling like? And have you been one of those people, like I have been in the past, that's just being busy and not really being productive? So does nobody know how I can send a text? How did y'all send this text message to me here? Melvin said, assess why you are doing it. What outcome do you desire? And what is the importance of it to you? Does it make you complete along those lines? So the one thing I also learned about goals, right? I have never accomplished anything that right after it, I just felt complete, right? I just felt like, whew, this is amazing. I can sit right here and soak in this. For some reason, every time I accomplish a goal, another goal pops up. Maybe I'm weird, or maybe I don't know if any of y'all have that experience, but my focus now is not to just be busy, but to be working. Like right now, I'm at the airport engaging you all, not to just be busy, but to learn as much as I possibly can from you all, and to hopefully teach you all some of the things that I have learned. But the big important thing about today for me is anywhere you want to go. These people that had these dreams created their dreams, made them from out of their imagination to a living, moving thing. And now their dreams can transport you closer to yours. If you have to travel to get in your dream, look at that plane backing up right there. Anywhere you want to go, somebody had a thought, had a dream, and they created. And that's why in this world, there is so much room for everything that you want to create. Every dream that you could possibly have. Hey, Sharon, it's doable. Look at this. Look at that airplane. That was somebody's dream, somebody's imagination, and somebody told them that it was impossible for you to do. And look at it. Airplanes, trucks, cars, they didn't always exist, but people took natural resources and built amazing things. And this is what we're capable of. This isn't busy work. You see all this movement? This isn't busy work. This is part of the strategy to get you to where you need to go. And I'm saying, how do we adopt this to our life? Not just have a schedule that's full of just being busy, but a schedule that's full of being productive. How do we do that? Not be busy, but be productive. More quality versus just quantity. So that's all I wanted to say to y'all. I wanted to wish y'all amazing. It was this Friday morning, and I rushed to this airport, thought it was going to be jam-packed, but it wasn't. So I'm glad y'all was able to hang out with me. Hopefully I'll see y'all tomorrow before I go into this institution. So I might have to log in early because I'm not sure what time I'm supposed to be inside the institution. But until then, I'm wishing you a wonderful day. Remember, comment, share, like. But next month on February the 1st, we will be on my Mr. Lamont Carey page. So make sure you like that and subscribe to it and accept the notification so you know when we on. All right? And the journal again is Your Journey to Success. And Melvin said, I served 30 years as city government. While there, I served in 2 departments and 7 divisions. I was never satisfied staying in one place. It's my character to help people. You're a good dude, Melvin. I thank you for all those years of service. So, ladies and gentlemen, go to my website, check out the journal at Lamont Carey.